Elvis was a young man, and of course, he got distracted.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at actors who nailed their depictions of celebrities so much that they had us doing double takes. We'll be excluding renditions of political figures and world leaders, however, focusing on those in the entertainment industry.
You can whip me anytime, Marilyn.
Number 10. Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich, the Iron Claw. For this biopic on the famed Von Erich family, Zac Efron accepted the challenge of playing professional wrestler Kevin Von Erich.
Mom tried to protect us with God. Pop tried to protect us with wrestling. He said if we were the toughest, the strongest, nothing could ever hurt us.
The film follows the true story of the Von Erich brothers, professional wrestling megastars in the early 1980s, as they ride the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
It was a terrible accident.
I should have stopped him.
For the role, Efron completely transformed his body by adding a massive amount of muscle to match his larger-than-life counterpart. All the dedicated training paid off, as Efron was able to completely equal the physique of Kevin in his prime. Add on the era-accurate feathery wig, and Zac Efron looked like he just walked straight out of a 1980s pro wrestling magazine. Number 9. Charlize Theron as Megyn Kelly, Bombshell. Thanks to her impressive transformative role as serial killer Eileen Wuornos in Monster, we already knew that Charlize Theron was a master of mimicry.
I'm a real hard worker.
She further proved her talent in the 2019 film Bombshell as journalist Megyn Kelly.
Mr. Giuliani's fired up. When we come back, we'll discuss a speech with the man who helped write it.
Theron wore some minor prosthetic pieces for the part, but it was mostly makeup that helped alter the way her face looked. Regardless, the results were shockingly accurate. Theron also stunned critics and audiences alike with her pitch-perfect vocal tone and cadence.
Here's to a week of no kids but my own.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To say she nailed the role in every way would be an understatement. We, for one, can't wait to see who Charlize decides to take on next.
Will there be more?
Number 8. Austin Butler as Elvis Presley, Elvis. It's a massive undertaking to play someone as recognizable and beloved as the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Thankfully, Baz Luhrmann entrusted the titular role of his 2022 jukebox musical biopic Elvis to actor Austin Butler.
There's been a lot of talk about the new Elvis.
Butler seriously embodied Presley in every which way, down to the iconic voice.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell.
It helps that he and Elvis already shared similar features, including the shape of their faces. And with the help of stellar hair and makeup design, Austin was able to perfectly depict the legend at every stage of his career, receiving plenty of award recognition for his work.
What they hollering at? The wiggle. The what? Them girls won't see you wiggle. Move, man. Do more.
What can we say? We too are all shook up about this performance.
Tell me honestly, what do you boys think my career is at right now?
Number 7. Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin, Chaplin. Thanks to a decade-plus stint playing Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's easy to forget Robert Downey Jr.'s other acting highlights.
I am Iron Man.
Fortunately, his turn as Charlie Chaplin in the early 90s is unforgettable. Yep, Downey Jr. did an A-grade job acting as the star of Hollywood's silent era. Robert's nonverbal language was on point. He nailed everything, from Chaplin's posture to his physical movements. Of course, he seriously looked the part as well, making for a stunning side-by-side comparison. The actor was so dedicated to the role that he even learned tennis and violin for certain scenes. We'd say this was a performance truly worthy of the legend depicted.
I know talking will be the end of the tramp, that's for sure. But at least he'll go out saying something I believe in.
Number 6. Ramy Malik as Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody. Ramy Malik's mastery of Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody was so great that he ended up walking away with the Academy Award for Best Actor for his work.
We'll mix genres, we'll cross boundaries, we'll speak in bloody tongues if we want to.
It took loads of preparation, but when Ramy stepped into the shoes of the Queen frontman, he blew everyone away.
Are you happy?
I think it's beautiful. It's almost perfect.
Almost.
Yes, give it more rock and roll.
A huge part of the appeal was the actor's uncanny resemblance to Mercury. Prosthetic teeth and a mustache were really all he needed to look exactly like his subject. Add in Malik's spot-on way of walking, talking, and commanding the stage like Freddy, and you've got one of the most convincing depictions in modern cinema.
A little piece of you is falling away. Lift your face, the western waving.
We'd be remiss if we didn't also shout out Gwilym Lee's picture-perfect take on Brian May. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I want to give the audience a song that they can perform.
Number 5, Lily James as Pamela Anderson, Pam and Tommy. When the first images from the Hulu miniseries Pam and Tommy were released, collective jaws dropped at the shocking resemblance stars Sebastian Stan and Lily James had with the celebrity couple they portray, Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson.
The tape?
What tape?
You know, the tape.
It was Lily James who had the public in the most awe, however, as she and Anderson appeared to be complete doubles. The hair, the makeup, those other buxom body parts, it was all exact. Lily's transformation into the 90s sex symbol and animal rights activist landed her plenty of acclaim, including a Primetime Emmy nomination for the role. There's no two ways about it. This on-screen makeover was perfect.
I can't watch myself. No.
Why? Why not?
What? I don't know. I'm so much better in my head. I get self-conscious.
Number 4, Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Trying to run, trying to hide, break all through to the other side.
Turns out Val Kilmer was up for the part of Jim Morrison before he even knew there was going to be a movie about Jim Morrison. That's because director Oliver Stone considered Kilmer for the part after noticing the actor's likeness to The Doors frontman in 1988's Willow.
Come on, let me out of here, Eric. Give me a sword. I'll win this war for you.
Of course, Kilmer jumped at the opportunity. Val took the role seriously and even dropped some weight to enhance the resemblance. We'd say it worked.
Jim Morrison, the god of rock.
It's also reported that the actor went method a full year before filming even began. Apparently, he dressed and behaved like Jim during the day, all while learning to sing his songs. Heck, members of The Doors were said to be unable to distinguish between the two singing voices. We'd say that's a job well done.
The blue bus is calling us.
Number 3, Michelle Williams as Marilyn Monroe, My Week with Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe has been portrayed on film by several talented actresses over the years. This includes a committed turn by Ana de Armas in 2022's Blonde. However, it's Michelle Williams' take on the singular star that is truly striking.
You know, every time I walk into the studio, I feel a sense of doom come over me.
In My Week with Marilyn, Williams plays the blonde bombshell during the time she was shooting The Prince and the Showgirl.
So are you saying you don't want me to act?
Marilyn, will you just try to be sexy? Isn't that what you do?
The movie also delves into Marilyn's alleged affair with her personal assistant. Through these aspects, Williams was able to channel Monroe as both a talented actor and singer, not to mention tender lover. And she did all this while looking and sounding the part.
Like you remember I tried.
Number 2, James Franco as James Dean. James Dean. Not only do James Franco and James Dean share the same name, but they also share an undeniable resemblance. So, Franco became the perfect choice to play the rebel without a cause in the 2001 made-for-TV movie about Dean's life.
You were an actor.
Jane Dacey just signed me.
Oh, congratulations.
And he didn't disappoint. Franco was able to fully encapsulate Dean's swagger by expertly mimicking his movements and overall attitude. It also didn't hurt that he could look cool while riding a motorcycle. It truly was the role that was meant to be.
She's nice to me. Why? I'm always trying to make people reject me. Why?
Of course, Franco would go on to convincingly portray another notable actor years later.
I hit her. No. Do you want to change the line?
Script is script. Script says same.
You're doing great, man. We'll get there.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Ray. It's the Oscar-winning portrayal that still blows our minds.
Listen to him, man. I said, baby.
While Jamie Foxx has a passing resemblance to soul music trailblazer Ray Charles, we were not ready for the actor's picture-perfect representation in the film Ray.
It's a gospel song.
I know what it is. I wrote it. I mean, you told me to find my own voice. Well, B, this is it.
Foxx may not have done the singing in the film, but trust us, he does everything else to a T. From the head movements to the overall mannerisms, you'd swear you were watching the real Ray Charles on the screen.
I'm trying to do something that ain't nobody ever done in music and business. But I can't do it if I'm alone everywhere I go.
Jamie Foxx's Ray Charles stands as the actor-to-performer duplication to beat all others. And if you don't agree, maybe you should hit the road, Jack.
What you say? Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
What actor's on-screen portrayal had you seeing double? Let's chat about it in the comments.
Yeah, you know what? I love it. We're gonna put it out just like that.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.